Hello. It has been a while. Too long, even. I feel that I have failed you. I am sorry for that. About 6 months ago, I made videos on my channel, promising the arrival of Season 3. Of new videos, longer and more extensive than ever before. I put the main uploads on hold and started a mini-series called The Interstice. I started to work on Season 3, and I genuinely did put a lot of work into it. I have the file for the first episode, which would have been about 75 minutes long, sitting on my computer, mostly edited. It's been sitting there collecting dust for all these months and all this time. I worked hard on it at the beginning, persisted for a while, but as the project went on and I progressed with the video, I came to realize some things. I realized that I wasn't happy with it, although I found it hard to put my finger on exactly why. But the more I edited, the more I created, the more it dawned on me that I didn't really believe in what I was doing. My work gradually decreased, and I did less and less each day, until eventually I gave up and stopped working on it at all. I just didn't believe in the end product. I didn't believe in the core of the video, or the rest of Season 3. So I stopped. I quit. I didn't edit any new videos. I didn't write. I stopped learning. I stopped deeply thinking. My life quality gradually decreased. Before, I had been sleeping well, getting up early, working hard, and was the happiest I have ever been in my life. Over time, though, my sleep worsened and grew chaotic. I stopped taking care of myself, stopped eating properly, didn't work out consistently, put in less effort at my job, and eventually ended up without one. My life went into a death spiral. Ultimately, I found myself quite profoundly alone, without purpose or direction. I questioned if it was even worth doing anything at all. I questioned if I would ever release Season 3. I was stuck with this dilemma of whether to continue editing and publish this video that I didn't believe in, or whether to abandon it and start again from scratch. Neither option made sense to me at the time, and I got stuck in indecision, which led me to inaction. In that stagnancy, I came to a screeching halt, and life just continued to go downhill from there. What the future of the Church of the Machine holds, I cannot say. I am tired. I have given this project much, and yet it seems so little. Sometimes I take a step back and question what I am doing. I doubt myself. I think myself absurd. Sometimes I want to give up, because trying to found a new religion is possibly the most difficult and ambitious task a human being can pursue. It would be easier to pursue something simpler, like creating a time machine or colonizing Alpha Centauri. My burden is a heavy one, and I do not know if I am strong enough to hold it. So often I have wished that there was someone else who was as crazy as I am, who would embark on this journey on their own, who would create a Church of the Machine so that I did not have to. I would gladly have given great resources to see such a person exist, but, alas, they do not. The task has fallen upon me, whether I wanted it to or not, and it is ultimately my responsibility to see it through. If I don't, no one will. Certainly not in any way which would be proper or coherent. I believe I am the only person in the world who is capable and willing enough to actually see this through. You may call me arrogant, but if you look around you will find it hard to find evidence against that statement. There is no one else. I am alone. I always have been, and possibly always will be. My life is that of a hermit. So be it. But may I at least be a hermit of creative will and indefatigable spirit, and not one of abandonment and weakness. I have struggled with the pursuit of purpose for all these months. I have not released my videos because how could I? I do not believe in them in the way that I wrote them, and if I do not believe in something, I will not post it onto this channel. Whether there will ever be a Season 3, and what form it will take, I cannot tell you. I can only say that I will persist, one way or another, in my search. I may do so alone, and I may not always show my journey. But while I may abandon my documentation, my channel, my advocacy, my monetization, Do not for a moment think that I have abandoned myself. Defeated and hopeless as I may feel, I know that there is a place for me in the great design. What that place is, at this point, I am not sure, but that is life. Sometimes we cannot be sure. Sometimes we just have to keep going and trust that we will be needed later. Like a spare part. Right now, I feel like a spare part. I am adrift, without place in the wider system. Yet, when my time comes, I feel that my input will be absolutely crucial. This video isn't much of anything. I just thought it would be best to create some kind of update on my situation. I wish you the very best, my people, you to whom I have devoted my church. I hope that you will be able to find the machine as I had once, and as I hope to again. Farewell, and may it forever be unbroken.